Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense begins backed up here thanks to that poor return. And here he comes, the quarterback. All eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity, and that usually means their opposition is in trouble. Boy, Chris, just watching this first play, this battle at the line of scrimmage in such a big game is going to be fascinating and go a long way in determining who wins this game.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Stopped short of the marker after just a short game.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. What I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Incomplete. As good as he threw the ball, that's a big third down defensive play. And the Cowboys will send the punt team onto the field. See if he can make a play on this return. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. The Bulldogs offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 25. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And third and short, they hand the ball off. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Wow, you love to see this. First drive of the game, and the offense goes to the ground game to come up with that critical first down here on third down. Impressive, and now they got a real shot here inside the 10-yard line.
And he's brought down there.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Hands off to the left. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Turner choosing to field this one. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Play action fake, looking to throw. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Chris, I really felt the quarterback came off the fake a little bit too quick. The defense didn't bite at all on the play action. They saw the quarterback had the ball, attacked, and got the sack.
This crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a 1st down. The Cowboys will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Trying the old counter play here. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a key. Tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25. The Cowboys begin a new series here, 1st and 10.
Really a great way to get this game started for this offense. You know, they told us in our production meeting they thought with certain formations they'd be able to get this defense out of position and hit them for some big plays. Here we're seeing it to get this game started.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their 2nd sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Takes the handoff, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this 1st half.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Try and muscle for the 1st down. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your play.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Extra point try coming now. And it's good. Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Mississippi State offense back out on the field. The last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. And the defense come up with answers this time. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
The middle linebacker is the quarterback of the defense. This time, the coordinator decides to blitz him, and it works. Good job by bringing him and getting to the quarterback.
The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. And now the handoff. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Hold it. Offense. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Running back has it on a screen now. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And they get the completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
On first down, it's play action. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Lets it go quickly. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. It's a short return to make the tackle at 25, but what a play for this defense.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Mississippi State offense is back out there now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Pitch to the back. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. We've got a good one in our hands, which hope for in a playoff game as we begin the second period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He'll throw it now. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Can he make it to the marker? Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Play action here on first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
When they bring him down, blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Got him. He's sacked.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. They pick up the first down, tackled at the 25. A new set of downs after that completion. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
The receiver makes the catch. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Well, when you sit back and play zone defense like this, what you allow is your defense to have eyes on the football. Here, they give up the catch, but you can see how they rally to the football. There's just nowhere to go for this slot receiver.
On third and short, we try to pick it up on the ground. Looks like Mississippi State will have the first down.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's third down and short. You trust your back in the line to be able to pick up the first down, and he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Gets rid of it on the move. Snags a quick throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Kickoff team now set to boot this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43. And the player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. And the Cowboys come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Handoff in a single back formation. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Looking right, this one caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Shotgun formation here on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And here comes the Mississippi State offense back out on the field. Trying to build on beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He'll toss it to the back. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They'll run the option. And the pass is incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down at 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Caught in the flat by the running back. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The Cowboys are in the red zone. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And it's up and good.
The extra point is good. That ties the game.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Mississippi State offense is back out there now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. That gain moves the ball out near the 25. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Ball handed off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Timeout, Oklahoma State.
Now it's second down here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Caught quickly. Look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to throw it on first down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable... And unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially...
Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Past the 20. So great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
How about this, Chris? The safety reads the quarterback's eyes perfectly and saw the throw before it even happened. If you're the quarterback, that's why it's so important to look those safeties off so they can't break on your throws.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield.
Touchdown, Cowboys. And they will claim the second half lead. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Mississippi State offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Ball handed off. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And then first down, right back to the running game. That run moves the ball across the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looking for a gap. It's Butler.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Mississippi State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They'll run it here. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Here's the second down play. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Heads out of bounds after a solid game, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They're going to run it here. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. And the quarterback dropping back. It's a quick grab. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Tackle, but first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
First down here for this offense. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And the long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's 3rd and long now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And he lofts one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Incompletion sets up a second down. And he drops back in the gun. He's going to take another shot right here. They try a downfield shot. It's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
I don't know if people understand how hard it is to defend against the deep ball in man coverage like that. But this defensive back did it perfectly. Turns his head back just in time to find the ball to ensure that incompletion.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's going to pull it down and run. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. The Mississippi State offense is back out there now. After a field goal the last time out, we'll see what they can get here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Makes a quick grab.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Well, Kirk, Oklahoma State has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? So now it's third and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Now, fourth down.
So here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And they pick up the first down to the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
There's nothing better than that. Fourth down and one. Hand it off to your back. He's able to get behind that offensive line and pick up the first down for a new set of downs.
This Mississippi State offense is quickly moving down the field. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Quarterback drops back, fired into a tight window and picked off. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they look to the right. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
It's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You can tell they worked hard on that in practice.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. They call the draw play here. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
And the Cowboys starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They keep feeding the running back, but he's had nowhere to go tonight. They've been dominating at the line of scrimmage. Second down play coming up. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, they're going to go with a play fake here. The only problem is no one on the defense bit at all on the play action. The results are a big sack for this defense.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Looking to scramble. It's a fumble. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Well, anytime the quarterback takes off and improvises, there's always the risk that the ball goes on the ground. He does a nice job of going off script, trying to create to make something, anything happen, but he doesn't take care of the ball, and the defense does a nice job of swatting the ball away.
And here comes the Mississippi State offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Mississippi State now operating in the red zone. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. So here we go. 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Here we go. 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives now for this quarterback and this offense, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. They're looking to protect the lead and protect the football. The last possession, remember, ended in a fumble. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Short connection to the tight end here. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have a great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Handoff to the back. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Made the defense look slow that time.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point is up and good. So the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter.
Oklahoma State, 28, Mississippi State.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. The Mississippi State offense is back out there now. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they could bounce back from that costly error. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there. Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. Tried to go very deep there, good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's fourth down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
In these playoff games, it's win or go home. So one side can continue to dream about the national championship. The other side, suddenly, Kirk, their season is over. But it's been a good ride.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. You know, it's easy to focus on the team that advances, and they should be happy, obviously. They had a great year.